Hello and welcome to this Radiant Heart Yin Yoga practice where we'll stretch into the full body with extra attention to expanding the front of the spine, core, and hips with the help of yoga blocks. Welcome back to Devi Daily Yoga, where it's not about how your yoga looks, it's all about how it feels. To begin, come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Option to use a cushion under your seat. We'll settle into a sequence specially designed with long-held back bends, which will be countered with forward bends, side bends, and twists to help create a deep release of physical tension in the body. This practice is geared toward experienced yin practitioners, and we'll finish with an extended period of rest and seated meditation. When you're ready, rest your hands on your knees and close your eyes. Now root down evenly through both of your sit bones and begin by taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, relax your shoulders, soften into your seat, and allow your breath to become steady and smooth. Mentally prepare for your practice. Take another inhale into your physical body. Grow tall through the crown of your head, and exhale to soften your sit bones into the floor. Inhale, expand now through the ribs and the belly, and exhale, relax down through the back of the shoulders. Take 2 more full, deep breaths here. Intentionally begin to soften through your jaw, your eyes, your forehead. Take 1 more full breath here and let it go. Open your eyes now and prepare for Golden Gate pose. Come all the way down onto your back and take 1 block into your hand. Lift your hips and slide the block under the pelvis at its middle height, making sure the block is placed where it can support your sacrum below your waistline rather than the small of the back. As your legs extend forward, you can rest your arms alongside your body at a comfortable angle. Begin to soften through the back of your neck. Breathe into your belly and the front of your hips. And now take a deep breath into the whole front of the body. And as you exhale, can you feel the hip flexors soften, the psoas deep inside the pelvis? Take another breath in. And exhale, softening into the lumbar spine, the sacrum, as they relax into this back bending shape. Deep breath in, a long breath out. Breathe into your belly and the front of your hips. Notice the length of the back of your neck, and notice the parts of your body that are contacting the ground, the back of the skull, the back of the shoulders, the heels and the hands. And fully experiencing the stillness of this moment. And take 3 deep breaths, softening a little more with each exhalation. Now let's tenderly begin to transition into the next pose, supported snail. Keep your hips on the block as you lift your legs into the air. You may wish to re-angle your block for comfort so that the flat edge is against your sacrum rather than a corner. Option to come into full snail pose if this is part of your practice, lifting your hips off the block and sending the legs back, or keeping the hips resting on the block. As you rest here, keep the legs straight and let them fall back toward your head. Your arms can rest on the floor at your sides, or you can experiment with resting them on the floor over your head or holding your feet or your calves. Now take a breath into the whole body. As you exhale, feel the entire back of the spine stretching from your sacrum up through the back of your neck. Take another deep breath in. And with the exhale, see if you can feel the length up into the backs of your legs, your lower back, and your upper back. Soften now into this powerful stimulation of the channel of energy that runs through and along your spine. Slowly release by lowering the legs down, removing the block, and coming into a comfortable position on your back to experience the rebound. Rest in any way that feels spacious, finding comfort here. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, see if you can feel the release of energy up and down the whole back channel of your body. Hug the knees into your chest now and rock side to side to massage the low back. Roll all the way onto your side and slowly come up onto hands and knees. We'll come into dragon pose now. Step your right foot forward into a lunge and place your hands on top of blocks that are placed on either side of your foot. And we can experience a deeper front body opening here with the extra height provided by the blocks. As you inhale, feel your chest opening forward and feel the crown of your head lengthening upward. As you exhale, feel the length in the left quads, hip flexors, and deep into the psoas. Take another deep breath in. And exhale the breath out. Inhale as you grow tall through the spine. Exhale, Soften down through the bowl of the pelvis, relaxing the hips. See if you can feel the sensations of a back bend here as you breathe. Slowly release the pose and we'll transition right into a hamstring stretch. Send your hips back as you extend your front leg straight. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, soften forward over your right leg. Option here to reposition your blocks farther forward for even more back body stimulation, or keep the blocks more underneath your shoulders if you prefer. Allow your head and shoulders to soften. As you inhale, feel the stretch in the back of your leg. As you exhale, soften and find stillness. Resting here. Breathing here. Keep your left hand on the block as you twist towards your right, and you can walk your right foot as far out to the right side as you wish. Option to stay here in dragon twist, right hand on the knee, or reach the hand back and hold the foot for dragon's tail. The addition of the block under the hand can make it easier to find this bind because it brings the shoulders closer to the back foot, and this variation can also help enhance the back bend and increase the opening in the heart. As you inhale, roll your right shoulder back. And as you exhale, see if you can feel the back of your skull coming back in space. Bring the breath into the front of the right thigh and right hip now. And breathe out to lengthen the whole front body. Sending your breath down through the quads, the hip flexors and psoas. Take 2 or 3 more deep breaths here. With your next inhale, release dragon's tail. Finding a block for both hands, placing the blocks at their low height to step back into downward dog. You can stay right here as you walk your legs, bending one knee at a time, pressing the opposite heel toward the ground and feeling deep into the hips. Option to move through a vinyasa here if you'd like to ripple through the spine to come into plank and come down with or without the knees on the floor and up into cobra or upward dog, and finding your way back to downward dog when you're ready. Deep breath in. With the exhale, dragon pose on the second side. Step your left foot forward into a lunge. Place your hands on top of the blocks on either side of the front foot. Feel the stretch deep into the right quads and hip flexors. As you inhale, feel the back bending sensation in the right side this time. Right side of the back. And right side of the front body, opening with this extra height of the blocks. Inhale and see if you can softly open your chest forward and lift the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, see if you can find a little more softness here, in the lower body especially, as the hips stretch open. Breathing in and breathing out. Release the pose and let's come right into the hamstring stretch once again. Extend your front leg straight as you shift your hips back, bend forward over the leg with your hands on the blocks, finding the placement of the blocks that feels right, either farther forward or closer back. And now inhale to lengthen through your spine. And now take another deep breath in. As you exhale, allow your head and shoulders to soften. See if you can feel the deep stretch in the back of your leg, the belly of the hamstrings. Lengthening, softening. one more deep breath into your whole physical body. And exhale to come out of the pose. Slowly shift forward to return to the lunge. And now we'll come into dragon's tail pose. Keep your right hand on the block as you twist to your left, spacing out the left foot to a comfortable place. Option to stay in the twist, left hand on the knee, or reach back for the right foot for dragon's tail. As you inhale your breath, roll your left shoulder back. And as you exhale, see if you can feel the back of your skull coming back in space. And now breathe into the front of the left thigh and the front of the left hip. And breathe out to lengthen the whole front body. As you inhale, roll your left shoulder back. And as you exhale, see if you can feel the back of your skull coming back in space. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale to soften into the hip flexors a little more deeply. Slowly now release dragon's tail, placing the blocks at their low height under your hands to come back into downward dog. And feel the right and left hips now, bending one knee at a time to walk out the legs. Staying here or moving through another vinyasa through your plank up into your upward dog or cobra, and into your downward dog. Now soften the knees down to the floor to come into child's pose with the blocks supporting your forearms and wrists. This will give more sensation in the upper body, and your head may stay hovering above the ground or your forehead might rest on the floor. Feel the effects of those 3 variations of dragon pose that your body has just experienced. Breathe into your hips. Exhale, feel your spine. Inviting rest into this body. Slowly now rising up to come into a seated position to explore shoelace pose, maybe with the help of the blocks today. We'll take the right knee on top of the left knee. Your knees may or may not touch, and if your right knee's up in the air, that's fine. And if you want to experiment with blocks under the right knee or under the right foot or any other configuration, this can be very helpful for different people's hip structures. Or without props, if you're comfortable, you can make your way forward. Another option is to use one or both blocks under your forearms or under your forehead. Settling into your version of the pose, finding what feels right. And we're targeting the right glutes, finding a stretch here in the outer right hip. Take a deep breath into the right glutes and exhale from this area to soften, to relax. Noticing what sensations you're experiencing right now. Surrendering to what you're feeling. Softening into stillness. Wherever you are in this moment, take a deep inhaling breath and a full exhale, relaxing a little bit more. Slowly release shoelace pose, coming up and slowly changing legs to the other side. Left knee on top of the right, using your blocks in whatever way serves your body, hinging forward at the hips. As you breathe in, can you feel the stretch in the left glutes? And as you breathe out, can you feel yourself unfolding into the shape a little more? Keeping this deep connection to body, sensations, and breath. Every breath is an opportunity to soften into the pose. As you continue to settle here, let your upper body soften and allow any physical stress or tension to dissolve. Feel the support of the floor beneath you, the connection of your hands and legs to the earth. and continue to breathe. Slowly now rise up from shoelace pose. And as you release the pose, come all the way onto your back to feel the rebound. Make yourself comfortable in any position on your back that feels spacious. And notice what's happening inside your body right now. Take a full breath into the whole body and a slow breath out. Noticing how the energy moves inside. And now bend the knees in toward the chest. Hug the knees in. Gently rock side to side to massage your sacrum and your low back. And roll to the side and come up to set up for saddle, using blocks as an option. 2 blocks for the upper body and the head. Kneeling in front of the blocks, you can either sit on top of your feet or sit in between your feet. And if neither of those is comfortable, you can try using one of your blocks under your seat, leaning back on the hands and staying right here. Or if it's comfortable to sit down, then coming farther back onto the blocks or any other prop that you'd like, a bolster, or all the way to the floor if that's comfortable for your body. Find the block height that feels right for your body and let your arms spread out at a comfortable angle. Begin to settle into the back bend. As you inhale, can you expand the front body? And as you exhale, can you soften through the hip flexors, the quads, and the psoas, feeling this deep stretch. And as you take your next in-breath, can you feel the expansion of your heart, your ribs? And as you exhale, can you soften from the forehead down through the knees and the tops of the feet? Inhale and expand the front body. Exhale and soften into the shape. For the last few moments here, option to reach the arms over the head, to expand into the front of the upper body a bit more. Might feel good to interlace your fingers and press your palms up and away. Inhale. And exhale, release the arms, slowly coming out of the pose, carefully lifting up. And make your way onto your back once again for a rest and a rebound. Feel the parts of your back body that are connected to the floor. And feel the energy moving through your body after saddle. And feel the flow of your breath through your entire physical body. Gently inhale, and as you exhale, bend your knees, hug them into your chest, and gently rock side to side. Enjoying a counter stretch to saddle pose, lengthening the back of the spine. And roll over to one side and come up to sit for Dragonfly pose. With straight legs, bring them as wide as is comfortable. Option to place a cushion under your seat, or to use a block or two under your forearms or under your head. Find the variation that feels right for you today. Make any final adjustments so that you can settle into a place of stillness and restfulness as you feel this stretch in the inner groin, inner thigh, back of the thigh, on both sides. As you breathe in, can you sense your shoulders and head relaxing? As you breathe out, can you relax a little more through the legs as you feel them anchored into the ground, supported by the earth, knowing that you can completely surrender into gravity. And draw a gentle breath into your body. And breathe out to soften into the shape. For the second half of our time in the pose, option now to move into a side stretching variation. So rising up, placing the block on the outside of your right shin and your right forearm on the block as you rotate your left shoulder back. Begin to press the left hip down with the left hand, enjoying a little extra traction in the spine. And now take the arm up over the head. You have options to stay here, to reach for the foot or to clasp the hands behind the head. Rotating the left shoulder and elbow farther back. Take a deep breath into the left side of the torso. And as you exhale, can you soften a little more through the left ribs and the left waist? And now slowly release the pose, coming up and slowly shifting to the second side. Left elbow on the block, right hand presses the top of the thigh down to traction the spine. And now the right arm comes up over the head, reaching toward the foot, hovering, holding the foot, or hands clasping behind the skull. Right shoulder rotating back. Deep breath in now to the right side of the torso. And exhale to relax and soften through the right ribs and the right waist. Slowly rising up now. Pause at the top for a moment. Feel the sides of the body, feel the legs, the spine. And slowly shift to come all the way onto your back. Any comfortable position to feel the energy flow. Slowly release to draw the knees in toward the chest. We'll come into some very gentle knee circles. So place one hand on each knee. Keep the knees together as you circle them around, massaging around the edges of your sacrum as you do this. Sacroiliac ligaments against the floor. Lower back, gently stretching. You can roll the other way when you're ready. And slowly now bring the knee circles back to center. We'll roll onto the belly now to come into our final posture, which is the straight leg twist or cat's tail. We'll begin with the left knee open out to the side and thread the right arm underneath as you peel the left side of the chest open. Left arm reaches out to the left. Left knee is drawn across the body. If your knee and foot don't comfortably find the ground, you could use a block or another prop under the knee or under the foot. And your next option is bend the right knee up to hold the foot in the left hand and bring it into cat's tail pose. Cushioning under the head can make this one more comfortable. So finding your arrangement of body, props, making any final adjustments. And experiencing this pose, which is both a twist and a back bend. Breathe deep now into the front of the body. And as you exhale, soften through the front of the body. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, can your spine soften into this twist a little more? Relaxing, softening. And shift onto your belly. To come into the second side, begin with the right knee bending out to the side, thread the left arm under, and peel the right side of the chest open. Arrange any props that you're using on this side. Extend the right arm out to the side. And optionally bend the left foot up, catching it with the right hand. And adjusting until you feel like you can begin to settle into the shape that you're in. Deep breath now comes into the whole body. And as you exhale, can you soften through the left side, the front of the hip, front of the thigh. Take another soft breath into the spine. And as you breathe out, can you relax all the muscles along the spine, softening the discs and even the bones of the spine. Slowly release and bring your legs back to center and prepare now for our final relaxation posture, shavasana. Extend your legs. Option to come into legs up the wall or any other restorative position that feels good to you right now. Wherever you are, allow yourself to get completely comfortable. Relax your arms out at a comfortable and spacious angle. Relax your legs. And make any final micro adjustments until you feel fully relaxed. With the eyes closed, take a deep breath in. Open your mouth to exhale the breath out. Take another deep breath in and a complete exhale. Take one more clearing and cleansing breath here on your own. Fill your whole body with air and release it. Allow your entire body to relax. Soften around your eyes. Relax your jaw. Soften your forehead. Soften through your neck and your throat, your chest and your shoulders. Let your arms be heavy, belly soft. Relax the hips. Let the legs be heavy and soften your quads. With each breath, feel your body grow heavier as you release physical tension from your muscles. Allow yourself to enjoy the stillness of these next couple of minutes, giving your body time for a pause and giving your mind time to rewire itself. Enjoy this deep rest. taking your time to allow yourself to come back, beginning to find small movements in your body, bending the knees when you're ready. Preparing for meditation now, slowly roll over to your side and come up into a cross-legged seat. Option to use a cushion under your seat or to lean back against a wall or sit in a chair. Finding an upright position of the spine now. And feel yourself grow tall through the crown of your head. Inhaling the breath to lift and open the heart. And as you exhale, soften down through your sit bones. And allow your legs to become heavy. Notice the energy in your body and in your heart now, after this heart opening practice. Feel the radiance of your own heart inside your body. Take a big breath into your body now. And exhale. Can you relax into this spot, knowing that you belong here? Claim this spot on the earth as your own. And connect with your heart. Connect with the energy around this heart. Knowing you are home in this body. Knowing you are home in this heart. Inhale a deep breath and exhale to melt into the stillness of this moment. Dissolve into the spaciousness of your own being. Any thoughts or feelings that arise during this space, welcome them. Knowing that this is the time that your brain has chosen to process whatever it is that's coming through. Attend to this flow of thoughts and feelings with love and care. Staying connected to your breath. Resting in the spacious energy of your heart. take a breath in and allow yourself to come back to this body. Preparing to chant Om 3 times to close our practice. And we'll place the hands together in front of the heart. Take a deep breath in. And that closes today's session. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and I want to thank you for practicing with Devi Daily Yoga. Leave a comment for me below. I always love connecting with you there. And if you liked the video, please do hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified about my newest videos. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you in the next class.